Good evening, and welcome to this week in review. Tonight's stories include St. John's Central High hosts men's softball tournament on Saturday, October the 5th, interview with the Communities in School representative. October 6th to the 12th was Fire Safety Week. These stories plus community events, the BBS Playbill, Off the Rack, and more coming up after this.
It's a land with over 10,000 miles of coastline, thousands of inlets, coves, guts, and bays. A land that lives by the sea. No wonder our dogs have webbed feet. Imagine that.
On Saturday, October the 5th, the St. John's Central High hosted the men's regional softball tournament. The game started at the ball field at 10 a.m. and continued throughout the day until 4 p.m. Aside from a few showers of rain, which the boys didn't seem to mind, the day was a success. Teams from McKay's and Codroy traveled to Burgeo to take on St. John's Central High Storms. The Storms consisted of Corey Cloger, Lewis Anderson, Victor Benoit, Joey Eyre, Tyson Domine, Andy Porter, Paul Hare, Michael Durnford, Freeman Han, Brock Vatcher, and Shane Domine, and of course their coach Max Pink. The teams were made up of students from grade 8 to 12. The St. John's Central High Storms played their first game against McKay's, winning 17-2. Their second game was against Codroy, which was won by the Storms with a score of 18-9. This brought them to what they had been hoping for all day, the championship game. The Storms played their hardest and did their very best, which led to bringing home the win for our school, winning the game with a score of 13-3. Throughout the day, the Storms used their speed and skills to bring in the runs, which excited the crowd and especially the team. They showed a great deal of sportsmanship for their fellow teammates and to the other teams. They played an excellent game of ball, and all their hard work paid off. As the day drew to an end, Mr. Pink wrapped it up by presenting a student from McKay's with a medal for the most sportsmanlike. The umpires chose who this award was given to. The St. John's Central High Storms were honored to accept their banner for being the champs, and they gladly showed it off to everyone. They also received a medal for achieving their win. The team has been practicing since early September, and they have something to be proud of. Congratulations to the St. John's Central High Storms and their coach, Mr. Pink.
Player, and we picked Jamie from the team there, Jamie Coburn, G-I-L-L-I-S. So here we are, Jamie. Here's your. Way to go, Jamie! I guess I'll just pass this along to Burgeo, see what they want to do with this. This is the banner there for championship team. So pass that. Grab this and run around with it for a second. No, don't go too far. Okay, there you go. Chase him around there. Let's go!
We thank BBS volunteer Jennifer Han. On Monday of this week, we spoke to Helen Swift, Communities in School representative. Good day, Ellen.
Good day.
You're the new CIS coordinator since September.
Yes, I got employed on the 9th of September.
Very good. So how's things going so far?
Good, good. This month I've been working on mentoring. I supervise the technology lab. I'm going to be involved with the Omer Avon. I've helped start buddy reading. Oh, there's a number of things when you're trying to pull them off the top of your head.
Okay, so the programs that were initially started by former CIS workers are being continued.
Yes.
Okay, and I understand that you're doing some new ones, like this buddy reading. Is that a new one?
It wasn't about last year, but it has been in previous years. It's just a system where Some older kids in the elementary school peer with the younger ones is done through the teachers in the classroom. Say grade 1 students might read with grade 4 students, one-on-one basis.
Okay. So that would be during their class?
That would be during their DARE time in the mornings.
Okay. Now, what else is on the goal? You mentioned mentoring and the homework haven. What else was it, the program? The snack program is still very popular.
The snack program is very popular.
Yeah.
It serves both elementary and high school students.
Yeah.
It's got very high numbers. The lowest numbers is in the primary section where kids are not quite used to it.
Okay.
And they're shy and more intimidated.
Okay, yeah. It's only a matter till they get used to it, I guess. Now, okay, the snack program is for high school and elementary school. The mentoring is for high school and elementary school.
The mentors comes from grade 7 to 12, and they're mentoring. The mentees come from 6 to kindergarten.
Okay. Is there any other? And I believe the homework haven is geared mostly towards the high school students.
Well, part of the homework haven is tutors for tuition,
Okay.
where high school students can tutor elementary school students that are in need,
Okay.
and it works towards a tuition for them.
Okay, so there is, what I'm getting at is there's program not only for the elementary school but also for the high school students.
Right.
Okay.
It involves both.
Now I understand through our community channel that you guys have a fundraiser on the go, a cookbook.
Yeah, this cookbook was done up by a group of people in St. John's for the Kids Eat Smart Foundation, and this cookbook will be circulating for people to see. You can contact any member of the snack committee. It's posted on Channel 10 now for the numbers to call for this cookbook. The cookbook is $10. It's a really nice cookbook. It's got really nice illustrations in it drawn by kids. All proceeds for this cookbook will stay in Burgeo. Whatever we sell, we keep here for our snack program.
So there's no thinking, okay, say for example last year the French class did a cookbook, they gathered the recipes and they put it together. There's no such thing, the cookbook is already done.
The cookbook is already
So
done.
there's no cost to you.
There's no cost
Okay.
to us.
All right. So now the Food Foundation, that's a sponsor of our snack program.
Right.
Okay.
The Food Foundation is located in St. John's,
Okay.
but it's got different divisions. Like now, October 26th, I'm scheduled to go to a workshop for the Kids Eat Smart Foundation in Cornerbrook. So like it branches off into regions,
Okay.
but it's originally from St. John's.
Now those people that did that up, that's what they did it for, so that you guys could have a source of funding.
Yes, this is a
Okay.
fundraiser for All Kids Eat Smart
Okay.
Foundation.
All right. And everything stays here.
Everything stays here.
So the potential, if the support is out there for you guys to do, have a really good fundraiser.
Right.
Okay.
Right, because the cookbook is like, in my opinion, is worth more than $10, but
So
that's
it-
the suggested price.
Okay. So is it all kids recipes or adults recipes?
No, it's
or?
everything.
Okay,
It's like
so
the normal
variety.
cookbook.
Oh, is it?
Like there's
Okay.
crab dip,
Okay.
different things, right?
Okay. Tell us some of the people now who are on your snack program to contact if they want to order. Now, is it a different bunch if they want to just see it?
Usually it'll be circulating amongst the ones that's on the committee.
Okay.
Catherine Bungay, Paula Benight, Valerie Sims Anderson, Margaret Day, myself.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I named them Paula Benight.
Okay. So yes, you did say Paula. If someone wanted to order it now, they just contact those same people?
Right.
Okay. I understand through talking to the librarian too that you're going to be taking part in the story hour. So that's a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was looking over some past things in the criteria, some things that you can be involved in, and one of them was a story hour. And right now, I mean, you really can't take kids out of the school system to do a story hour. So I'm doing it with the school-age kids at night.
Okay.
I'm doing age 5 to 7.
Okay.
I'll be doing the reading. I got a volunteer, Laura Domini, to come in with me to do crafts. And I'd like to get one more volunteer. I don't care if it's a parent or an high school student, just to help with crafts. So if you got any free time, give me a call.
Okay. And someone watching this may not know what CIS stands for, so do you want to give us a brief overview of what CIS stands for?
CIS stands for Communities in School, and that's exactly what it is. It's bringing your community into your school. I've been talking to the public health nurse, and I've been talking to Ms. Cutler with mental health and addictions in regards to coming in school for any awareness week. So if anybody got anything that he wants brought into school, can contact me at any time, and I'll assist you in any way I can.
Okay, well, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
October the 6th to the 12th was Fire Safety Week. The Burgeo Volunteer Fire Department were very busy with a variety of activities. Fire Safety Week began with visits to the school. Mrs. Penny's kindergarten class and Mrs. Vatcher's grade 1 class were very excited to have Fireman Dave in their classroom. Dave Billard told the children about having smoke detectors in their home and the importance of checking the batteries. He also told them about stop, drop, and roll. The grade 1s interviewed Fireman Dave as a part of their language program. Each student had a question.
Kelsey.
Do you save people?
Well, we save a lot of property, and I guess you could say we save a lot of people because we put the fire out. So we're fortunate that way. We don't have many fires, and we're usually response really fast. So we can save a lot of people in putting out those fires.
Caitlin.
Do you like your job?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting and it's pretty good. And it's also nice because you meet a lot of different people and you help people that you feel good like that.
Jane.
Do you like riding in the fire truck?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's nice. Well, when there's a practice drill or something, it's even better because you know you're not hurrying. No one won't be hurt. You won't have to worry about anything. So the fire is really nice up in the big truck. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, you can ride it once. Do you check the equipment?
Yes, we check our equipment once a week. Every Thursday night, you'll see someone over at the fire hall, and everything that's in the fire hall's got to be taken out, and everything's got to be started up. If there's a gas motor, it's got to be going, and we got an inspection list that you go down through. You check everything off, saying, I checked all of this and all. So everything's checked.
Cameron.
Do you
Practice.
practice
Putting.
putting the fires?
Yeah, we practice quite a bit. Not as much in the summertime, but late in the fall, now coming on now, and in spring, we'll have fires in at the dump in there. And we'll have, sometimes you'll see us, we'll go in and cut up some vehicles, because we do a lot of other stuff besides actual fighting fires. We do vehicle extrication, where you cut up a vehicle if you have an accident and that. So we do a lot of practice on different things.
My dad's a firefighter.
Is he?
Yeah, my dad is too.
Okay, Nicholas asked his. Okay, Joshua.
Really?
Yeah, right
I
here.
don't know why he is.
Did you ever get a flat?
Tires.
You mean on our fire truck?
Yes.
No, we've been fortunate. We did once. It wouldn't go. For some reason, the battery went down dead on it, which is a bad thing because if you have to go for something like that, emergency piece of equipment like a fire truck. But we got this machine there that you can actually plug in and it'll start instantly. It's like an instant boost. But a flat tire would be bad too.
Dylan Bungay.
Did you go to firefighter school?
I went to, I guess you could call it a firefighter school, but like every year I do at least 2 or 3 different courses into it. So like basic firefighting, I did it like 4 times, and that's done through the government teaches it, and I've done a lot of different courses into it. So it's not actually a fire school, but it's a training seminars.
Emma Porter.
How many firefighters are there in Birdsville?
Well, right now we're supposed to have 30, but where there's so many people coming and going out of town looking for work and stuff like that, our fire department is up and down. Sometimes we might have 15, sometimes we might have the full 30, sometimes we might not have that many. It's really hard to tell.
You know my dad?
Do I know your dad? Who said that?
Brett Porter.
Yes, I know Brett Porter.
And do you know my dad?
Well, what's his name?
John. Do you know my dad?
John Grant.
John.
Curtis.
I already said that one.
Okay, you already said yours. Jade.
What is it again?
Are there any fire girls?
Yeah.
Well, no, but we're always looking for new recruits, new members to join our fire department, and every so often we'll advertise on Channel 10, and we always ask for a fire person. We don't ask for a fireman, it's always a fire person, so it can be either a girl or a boy, right? And we'd like to have fire girls.
Emily. Emily.
Do you exercise?
Well, not so much exercise. Usually we have a lot of drills and practice. Sometimes our practice drills will require us to do a certain exercise where we got to run through a hose and stuff like that. So it's somewhat an exercise.
And Megan Thorne.
Didn't you do one?
Are there a lot of
Fires.
in Virgil?
Well, not really. We do get I guess on average 5 or 6 fires a year. Yeah, well, we get a lot of chimney, not a lot of chimney fires, but we get a few chimney fires around Virgil, and that's about it. But
The grade 1s were invited to the fire hall on Thursday afternoon. The kindergartens also talked about stop, drop, and roll, and the great escape. The 9 students out Fireman Dave test the smoke detector.
pretty cool, isn't it? So you tested my smoke detector, so what are you going to do when you go home?
I've never done it.
No, you're going to test your own, right? Everybody's going to test their own. You didn't test mine, you sure you can test your own. There you go. You want to try it here? Push the button down. That's there you go. Pass it to your friend. You got a trip in there. There you go. Okay. Keep her down.
I want to do again.
Okay, well, let's try it once more, and then we'll talk 2 more things. Push the button. So when you go home, what are you going to do tonight? You're going to make sure you air your smoke detector feet, right? Because it might be a bad battery, right? Years regardless, right? Most of them are only like $10 or $15, so those are worth a lot more than that. So's a life, right? Now, how many people want to try it? See if you know how to test this. Good. Well, don't be afraid of just a little beating noise. You want to try it?
We also went to the fire hall on Thursday with the grade 1 class. Here, the firemen showed the students some of the equipment they use to help them fight fires, as well as a tour of the fire trucks. The fire department also visited and did fire drills at the school, the hospital, and the seniors complex. They aired fire safety videos on Community Channel 10. Members of the department set up a display of fire safety literature in some of the businesses around town. They encouraged people to take some of the literature and asked them to sign their names on a slip of paper for a chance to win a smoke detector. We congratulate the Burgeo Fire Department on promoting fire safety awareness in our town. Stay tuned for more of This Week in Review coming up after this.
Icebergs drift south. Humpbacks migrate to the north. This is the place where their paths cross. They say you can't see the icebergs for whales. Imagine that.
On Tuesday of this week, the Canadian Forces' new search and rescue helicopter, the Cormorant, was in Burgeo for a visit. The Canadian Forces Cormorant was in Burgeo doing routine day and night training exercises with our local Coast Guard. This training also provided the Cormorant crew with an opportunity to become more familiar with all aspects of this new helicopter. This was the first time this helicopter has been outside their own area on a training exercise. First officer with the Cormorant 903, Andrew Mercer, invited us to take a look at the inside of this amazing aircraft. It was a little noisy inside the craft because the crew were busy refueling for more training exercises. As you may have been aware, this Cormorant 903 replaces the older Labrador 103s. The inside of the Cormorant is much larger than the Labrador. This aircraft is 20 feet back to the cargo ice as compared to 6 feet on the Labrador. These round bubble windows are used to search for ships and people, etc. This new Cormorant 903 carries 12 stretchers and up to 30 people, but 40 people can be carried depending on the emergency situation. The back ramp comes down. The windshield has 4 sheets of glass. One is thermal-heated glass to melt the ice and snow. The Cormorant can fly in severe weather conditions. This aircraft has 3 engines, 5 fuel tanks, which carries 830 kilograms of fuel per tank, and has the capacity of flying 340 nautical miles without refueling depending on weather and other conditions. This aircraft has 1 set of propellers and a tail rotor as compared to 2 sets of propellers on the older Labrador. Once the Cormorant was finished in the Burgeo area, it was on to another area for more training exercises. On Wednesday of this week, we went to Furby's Arbor to see how the new slipway was coming along. Here's how things looked. Colin Pelgrim told us that the inspector from DFO was out recently and he was quite pleased how the work was coming along on the slipway. This project is on schedule and is expected to be completed within the next 3 weeks. During this time, the wheel guard has to be installed. The top of the slipway has to be planked over and the outside posts have to be painted yellow. When we visited on Wednesday, 2 of the workers were busy sawing off timbers to put more beams in place. The others were taking loads of scrap material to the dump. This slipway is a wonderful improvement and will last for many years.
Our other men are gone to the dump.
We went to the government wharf on Wednesday of this week to see how the renovations to the government shed was coming along. Seacrest has plans to turn this shed into a salt fish processing plant. The town has finished putting in the new water line. When we visited, 2 employees were busy preparing the cracks in the existing cement floor to be repaired. Some of these cracks have already been filled. The drainage system is completed. Within the next few weeks, work will begin on the inside. 40 feet from this end will be the chill room for the salt fish. The walls will be about 10 feet high. Seacrest will be putting in a ceiling and at the same time a floor for the upstairs area. This upstairs area will be used for some incentives being worked on by the BDDB. The windows and this bay door will be barred up. This door will remain as it is. Seacrest is expected to employ 10 to 15 people with this new venture. Stay with us for Off the Rack, the community events, and the BBS Playbill, all after this.
In a scene from prehistory, still fjords run deep, hemmed in by giant granite walls, carved by volcanoes, tectonic upheaval, 20 times as old as the Rockies. Our park. Imagine that.
Off the Rack. This week as we scanned our tape rack, we came across a tape of building materials being towed to Boar Island when Boar Island Light was being automated. Let's look back to 1991.
Good evening. Welcome to the community event segment of tonight's broadcast. I'm Rebecca Young. The winner of the Burgeo Lioness TV Bingo was Joyce Billard. Congratulations, Joyce. The Minor Hockey will host the next TV Bingo on Wednesday, October 16th at 7 p.m. Cards are $1 each, or 6 for $5, and are available from any member of the Lioness Club and are in most stores around town. Please support the Lioness Playa TV Bingo, and you could be the next $300 winner. The ICW has scheduled their fall sale for Saturday, November 23rd. We will have more details later. The UCW will be having their fall sale in the fire hall on Saturday, November 30th. We will have more details later. The driver examiner will be in Burgeo on Wednesday, October 16th to do written and road tests as well as photo IDs. The Burgeo Lions Club would like to remind residents of VOCM Radio Bingo each week on Saturdays. There are a limited number of cards available at Foodland. Get yours early so you won't be disappointed. Help support the Burgeo Lions Club. Play Radio Bingo, and you could be the next big winner. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. To promote awareness of this very important topic, the public health nurse, in conjunction with facilitators from the Canadian Cancer Society, is planning on conducting an information session to promote breast health. Anyone interested in attending, please call Darlene Strickland at 886-3360, Brenda Strickland at 886-2121, or Glenda Ricketts at 886-3306. If your group organization has an upcoming event plan, we will be happy to advertise it for you. Just call the BBS office by Wednesday of each week to have items included in this portion of our broadcast. That concludes the community event segment of tonight's broadcast. See you next week.
BBS Playbill. Tune in on Tuesday for a rebroadcast of Pansy's Garden. Try your luck on Wednesday at 7 p.m. by playing Minor Hockey TV Bingo. On Thursday, we'll have a rebroadcast of music by Route 480. Join Pansy and the gang for 2 stories, a craft, and lots of fun on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on Pansy's Garden. Next Sunday at 6:30 p.m. we will have religious revelations from the Anglican Church. And I'll be here again next week with This Week in Review. Please stay tuned now for entertainment from the Sand and Sea Festival with Route 480. For this week in review, I'm Marie Rose. Good night and God bless.